we are creating self-portrait astronauts for our space-themed art show. You are going to be drawing a self-portrait that is a picture of you in an astronaut suit. One thing you're going to think of is what expression, what feelings you're going to show on your face when you are an astronaut. We're going to find features that make us look like us, like our skin color, the shape and the color of our eyes, and add details to make these self-portraits look awesome and be part of our out of this world art show. We will start by using our skin tone paint markers to practice and find our skin tone. Everyone's skin color is different, and that's why we can't just all use the same color. A lot of times we'll have to mix colors and blend them together to make it look like our skin. So we have these circles that we can practice in mixing colors, and then always put your hand next to the skin tone to see which one looks most like you. Once you find one that looks like you can practice mixing other skin tones that maybe look like your friends in the other circles if you find it right away. And then we will use this color to fill in the circle on the paper that we have. You want to try to fill in all in the same direction and fill all the white space, but try not to go over the black because it will cover the black of the microphone on your astronaut helmet. Remember, if you're using a darker color and a lighter color together, use the darker color first and then the lighter color over top, and make sure it's blended and smooth and there are no white spaces when you go to fill in your skin tone. The biggest and most important part of a self-portrait is making sure that it looks like you. That's why it's so important for us to get our skin color correct in this project. Next, you want to practice drawing your eyes, nose, and mouth, making different expressions. Your expression is how your face shows how you are feeling. Your eyebrows and eyes are a great place to start. The direction that your eyebrows are in can tell you if you're excited, if you're sleepy, if you're worried, scared. So think about how you would feel if you went to space and what expression you would put on your face if you were an astronaut in space. You can see that I've drawn really big wide eyes with dots in the center. There's a winky face here. You could have eyes closed and happy, or maybe closed and worried, smiling like this picture, or nervous. Just practice a few different expressions with eyes, nose, mouth, and eyebrows to show what expression and how you would feel if you were an astronaut in space. Once you find the combination of eyes, nose, mouth, and eyebrows that you like, then you will put it onto your circle that you filled with your skin tone. When you go to do this, know that this part is the speaker that the astronaut talks into. So it's like it's your little microphone. So your mouth should be close to that speaker, and think about the size that your mouth should be as well. So I've drawn my mouth nice and big, kind of looks like I'm talking or happy and excited. And then I can use my Sharpie to fill in that area for that part of my mouth. Then I'm going to draw the eyes, nose, and mouth and eyebrows that I like. Notice how I'm looking at my practice while I do this, and I'm using my Sharpie to fill in some areas as well. And I'm drawing nice and big to fill the circle that I have with my skin tone. Now, because we're wearing an astronaut helmet, you might not see a lot of your hair, but if you want to include a little bit around the edge that's kind of peeking through, you're welcome to use markers, crayons, or oil pastels to fill that in. You can also fill in the color of your tongue or your lips, and then your eye color as well. Notice how markers are working great for this, but you can also use oil pastels to do this as well. One place you also are going to want to use an oil pastel is for the whites of your eyes, or if you've included teeth or anything else that needs to be white in your drawing. You're going to see some more examples where I'm drawing my mouth nice and big and close to the microphone. I'm using my Sharpie to draw my eyebrows, to fill things in, maybe even add hair around the outside edge. You can include ears if you would like to as well. So next I'm going to take my white oil pastel and make sure that my teeth are nice and white, as well as the whites of my eyes. This is a really important part to make everything stand out. If for some reason the white oil pastel goes over top of any black that you have, you might want to get a black oil pastel. I'm using an oil pastel instead of a Sharpie because the Sharpie will not work over top of the white oil pastel that I drew. Notice how nice and big my mouth, my eyes, and my nose are. We really want to focus on filling the space and then using oil pastel for the whites in my eyes or teeth or anything else. You can use other oil pastels for things, or markers will show up as well when you are adding some extra colors to your self-portrait to make you look like you. Don't forget to check out the mirror for your eye color and other details and ways that you can look like you. Our final steps are going to be cutting and gluing to assemble our self-portrait astronaut. So I'm carefully cutting around the black line around the outside of that circle. Then I will also be gluing that to my background paper that has a white outline around it to show where my astronaut suit is. And if I haven't filled it in yet, I will do that as well so that I can start to add some details on my astronaut suit. I will fill the back of my circle self-portrait with glue, press it into the center, and then flip my paper over and give it a good massage so that it sticks. Don't forget to have your name on the back if you haven't already. Then my last few steps are going to be to outline with black oil pastels around the outside edge of my astronaut suit. I can add a couple extra lines to show where my helmet connects to my suit. That is a zipper line as well. And then if you want to add any other extra special things like patches that have the United States flag or the NASA logo, as well as a name tag, you could also make your own patches to add. This will make your self-portrait astronaut so special. So go ahead and cut those nice and small, add glue on them, and then give them a massage on the back of your paper once you have glued them down and added these awesome details. I cannot wait to see your astronaut self-portraits. Good luck drawing you!